Darcy before, like in the Gen AI?
No, Darcy is unlike anything else.
Anybody can use this. One of the best things with this tool is that the time it takes to get used to it is far less than anything else we've ever built up to this point.
There are so many different use cases that Darcy is able to tackle, which is incredible.
We've like scratched the surface of the surface with Darcy. In my opinion, it's one of the most exciting things in the 23 years that I've been here at Innovative.
How did you come to Darcy as a name?
I am 80% sure this is the real reason why. Innovative has been at the foundation of this entire Gen AI journey really early on. Over the last 2.5 years, things have changed rather dramatically. Originally, we had a happy problem, which was we had a whole bunch of new leads and prospects come into our business. And in one of my late night evenings with Mike, we sat down and said, could we use AI to help us uncork this bottleneck?
Travis really put together the first POC version of it by himself, and then one evening ran things past me. Immediately, it was like a spark of electricity, that this was something that would not only be able to help us become more efficient in a broad range of use cases, but also for our customers, that this was something that we immediately saw the opportunity in.
The very first iteration of Darcy was a little input box and you could upload a meeting transcript to. The second iteration of Darcy is when we first started calling it Darcy. It was an email system. The team loved it. They loved that at any moment they could email Darcy and get a solution architect's take on a problem or help them build out a project of some kind. And that was our sort of aha moment, that if we just spent more time, that we could probably make it way better than it was today. It's evolved into an entire platform.
So the idea with the workflow is that I can pre-program and tell Darcy to produce artifacts. These artifacts, for my case here, are for an estimate. Darcy puts all that together for me and then allows me to put it into an actual PowerPoint presentation. These are all things that I would normally have to spend hours looking at and figuring out, and Darcy actually makes it so that I don't have to spend as much time building out all of these things.
In the current state, through metrics, we have found as our team can take on 4 times the amount of volume than we had in the past. We can literally 4x our team overnight by giving them Darcy. Time kills deals, but Darcy doesn't wait. When you're a salesperson and you meet a customer, there's usually all this back and forth, all this scheduling for meetings, all these different players on your team you have to pull together to then come up with the right information to solve a problem, create a proposal, or otherwise. Darcy condenses that entire life cycle. If you can go from meeting a prospect and then be able to pivot that and to say, here, Darcy, make me my proposal now, and in 5 minutes it's done. If you do it in 5 minutes, time no longer kills deals. What we're finding is that companies love Darcy.
We're seeing Darcy influence how we write software, how we ultimately work with a customer. There's just this almost blue ocean, endless amount of customer need that Darcy can help solve.
Innovative is continuing to dive in headfirst of being right on the cutting edge of technology.
I use Darcy primarily to help rebuild workforces, allowing customers to do things that they never thought was possible. Darcy's a big deal.
We're on the cutting edge of a lot of this stuff. We're finding the limits, and now we have a product that can actually do that for them, all packaged up into one thing.
I think back on early days of tech, where you're like, man, I wish I could have been there. And man, I would have loved to see the iPhone team demo it for Steve Jobs. And I'm like, that's what's happening here. I don't think we realize that.